All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another sneaker review video. And in today's video, yeah, man, I wore these shoes. So if you guys remember me talking about it, maybe some weeks ago, I went to Vegas, and yeah, man, it was a good trip. It was a pretty good trip. It's one of those trips where I was like, I wasn't because I'm like, fam, I ain't been to Vegas a few times, so that's why I'm like, I really don't know what could be done differently than I guess like comparing it to the last time I went to Vegas, comparing it to like before this last time, the other time before that. I'm like, fam, I don't know what could be done differently. I don't know, I guess what other like what new things, but they did have that Wizard of Oz attraction at the Sphere, and I was like, that was actually pretty dope. Like that was a movie I grew up watching, so seeing a Sphere version of it, I'm gonna talk on that in a separate video on a different channel. But yeah, I do have my like movie slash TV show, like a entertainment review channel called Fresh Potato. And yeah, I'm gonna talk on that at some point in time because there's some things I have to say about it. But we gonna say that for another video. In this video, we are going to be reviewing the Shattered Backboard. I really like how they did the box of things. Hold on for a second. But yeah, the Shattered Backboard, the original Shattered Backboards, because I know if you guys, y'all can't even see it because it's kind of high up, but I have the those patent leathered ones where it's like it kind of like they tried to make this the sneakers look like this box where it's like it's a like a broken shoe almost. But no, with these ones they don't really look like that. But yeah, bro, it's one of them like leg shattering sneakers because I'm gonna just say this much: like, if you plan on doing a lot of like excessive walking around, wherever you're at, whether it's work, whether it's, but I mean, like, you're on your feet for like multiple hours throughout the day, this might not be the best selection of sneakers, but at least you would look look nice in them and things. But no, yeah, let's go ahead talk about these sneakers real quick. They might be a little bit on the dirty side because yeah, they were the only pair of sneakers that I was wearing. And well, I guess not, it's clean for the most part. Some smudges and things and here and there, but yeah, the dang, even the bottoms, they don't really. Hold on for a second, because I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. There's a little bit of some dirt collected at the bottom and stuff. But yeah, this is walking around in like downtown, like the strip and stuff of Vegas. So yeah, this was like, these were the shoes I pretty much, okay, here we go. We got like a little bit of some smudging here on there. I think I might have kicked something or did something to these sneakers. But anyways, yeah, bro, I was wearing these shoes the whole time because I was out there. So I was out there for 4 days in total because it was only supposed to be, so it was from Thursday, and then I think we were supposed to yeah, me and my family were supposed to come back on Saturday, and then the flight got delayed, and we were out there for an extra day, so we were there Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, 4 days in total. And I'm like, bro, it was, yeah, this one of those things. I'm gonna just say that much. I'm like, don't take no trip during no government shutdown. But how you supposed to know the government gonna shut down? So that's why it's like, yeah, it was kind of messed up. But anyways, yeah, spent another day out there and stuff. But yeah, there were at times, because see, that was the thing that I did with these shoes, because I figured, okay, I've worn Air Jordans ones before in a half a size smaller. Shouldn't have did that, but I just think too, on top of that, where it's like when you're walking, I don't know, maybe it might have something to do with the size, but there was at times where like my like legs were hurting. And I just think it's like, when your body is not used to doing so much excessive walking, then yeah, it can hurt at times and things. But I don't know if it had anything to do with the sizing of the shoes. I mean, my feet were hurting a little bit, but not compared to my legs. Like my legs, there is at times where I'm like, fam, like not even so much as like sore, but like kind of like joint pains and stuff. So yeah, it was tough walking around. Like for somebody that, like, if you live out there and then as you gotta like constantly be walking back and forth, like, bro, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's one of those things where it's like, for is like as big as that city is, and then just, but it has like a gang of different activities that you could do out there. And yeah, but like Air Jordan ones, it's just, it's not a Vegas shoe. Like this is more so like I guess like if you're going to a place like Disneyland or Universal Studios, like a place where it's like you are going to be walking around, but it's kind of like it's split, you know, where it's like you're gonna have your moments where you sitting, but then you also gonna have your moments where you walking and stuff. Because I'm trying to think. I remember, no, yeah, I wore the other shattered backboards, the last one that they came with, them patent leathered ones. I wore those to Universal Studios. My feet wasn't hurting. I even wore it was the last time I went to Vegas. I don't know why. It's like, yeah, the past few trips that I went on, I wore Air Jordan ones. That's weird, man. I just realized that because yeah, the first time I wore the patent leathered ones, and there are the shattered backboard ones. And then when the last time I went to Vegas, not this past time, but the time before that, I wore the patent leathered the bread ones, and then I wore these ones, and I'm like, dang, bro, it's just man, it's crazy how like I'll say that they're not good traveling shoes. Last three trips I went on, but I think that's what it was. Like the other time when I went to Vegas, it wasn't hurting, but at the same time, I think I was a little bit more. I was I wouldn't say fit, but like I was a little bit more used to walking versus like I really don't have a reason to be walking and stuff. I'm like I ain't even got like I mean I guess I could have exercised prior before the trip. I think if I probably would have did that, it wouldn't have been hurting as much. But yeah, overall though, I if I were to, you know, recommend like it's like, hey, should I go down half a size or go up half a size? Go up half a size. If you're gonna be doing a lot of excessive walking around and stuff, go up, go true to size or half a size up. But anyways, talking on this shoe, Air Jordan 1s are comfortable. For somebody that's never tried on a pair of Air Jordan 1s before, if you want these to be your first option of sneakers, definitely go with them. I do like these model of Air Jordan 1s because of the just how like the leather, it's not leather that's like tough like the patent leathered Brett ones where it's like it's this patent leathered shoe where it's like the leather is kind of like it's going to take you a while to break in versus when you break these shoes in. I feel like they're just going to be even more comfortable and stuff. So yeah, and then for like short distance walkings, comparing them to other Air Jordan ones, yeah, because like at the first, you know, when wearing them, like I didn't really notice them that much, like when wearing them and stuff, it felt comfortable. But then as the time went on, I'm like, okay, I think I'm walking around a little bit too much. But no, other than that, because these are a 9.5, I usually wear 10 or 10.5 in Air Jordan ones. But even then, still, they are comfortable. You know, there were at times like where my foot was kind of like pushing up against the, or my toe was kind of pushing up against the shoe. But comparing them, I remember I did that with a pair of Tims, had wore a pair of Tims and had like some insoles in them to where it had like my toe, like pretty much like I had blisters. And no, it wasn't the case with these. Like my feet and legs were hurting, but I just think that was just because of the excessive walking and stuff. But no, other than that, and then yeah, I guess like durability, you know, like walking around in an area like Vegas where it's like, you know, you're going to be probably kicking some stuff, stepping on some things. Like it's, you know, it's not the cleanest place that I've ever been to. I mean, it ain't like dirty where it's like, you know, you gotta wear like some like I guess like some Safeway or Target bags over your shoes. But it's one of those places where it's like, you know, you are gonna have to look down and kind of avoid some spots and things, you know. But no, other than that though, it's like, yeah, to have it where it's like only got a smudge mark on the tip of the shoe versus like, you know, I felt like that the whole shoe should have been all damaged and messed up, especially with the amount of walking I was doing. Yeah, it's they're durable. Like it's Air, but that's all Air Jordan ones. Like if you even want these shoes to be your beat 'em up shoes, and you're all like, okay, well, how long do Air Jordan ones last, fam? Where's the these were my very first pair of Air Jordan ones. I bought these back in 2016. And yeah, and I've been kind of just started back wearing them and stuff. I kind of just had them sitting in the box collecting dust. But no, yeah, I started back wearing them. I think the last time prior before wearing them this year, I think it was maybe because I was still working in Seattle, and I think I wore them maybe in like it was either 2017 or 18. That was like one of the last few times I wore those shoes. So yeah, Air Jordan ones, they're durable. You know, I wore them a little bit. It was like from 2016 to 2017, and then once I started like building up my sneaker collection, then that's when it kind of was like pushing them to the side. But still kept them. I'm like, yeah, I can't get rid of my first pair of Air Jordan ones. I'm like, I'm going to wear those ones, the other ones pretty much until they fall apart. Then I'm probably going to just put them back in a box and just, quietly retire them and stuff. But yeah, man, Air Jordan 1s for somebody like, again, if you've never owned a pair of Air Jordan 1s and you're all like, can I get these and then get another pair? And it's like, are they all Air Jordan 1s are durable? That's one thing about it. The only time I think I've seen a pair of Air Jordan 1s fall apart is, yeah, those ones from like the 80s or 90s or something like that. But other than that, if you're getting a modern from like, yeah, all the way, I guess, for, a shoe that's almost 10 years old, and then a shoe that came out now, yeah, trust me, you would be doing perfectly fine with a pair of Air Jordan 1s. So, but yeah, other than that, comfortable. They don't feel weird or anything. Because I do have other pair of Air Jordan 1s like these. And yeah, that's one thing I do like about this style of Air Jordan 1s is that they are comfortable, but all Air Jordan 1s are comfortable. So, but they do come with an extra pair of laces in case if you wanted to switch them out. Because this is like a Halloween sneaker and stuff. They always release the shattered backboards during the Halloween because I think the other ones that I have, the patent leathered ones, those ones came out some years ago for Halloween. And then I believe the original shattered backboards, these are the new version. This isn't the old version and stuff. So, but yeah, I think even the other ones got released during Halloween and stuff. So yeah, other than that, like a good Halloween, Halloween slash fall shoe and stuff, blend in with the leaves and things, I guess, depending on where you live at in the world. But yeah, other than that, and then so they are going for, because I got these under retail. That's why I was like, I went ahead and got me a size 9.5 because they wasn't really going for that much on Go, and you might be able to get them cheaper now or whatchamacallit on cheaper on Go or StockX, but yeah, they're all under retail. All of them are. Dang, if I had known that, because I'm like, they're going for like 139 and stuff, and then it's oh wait a minute, that was like I'm looking at the under retail, so they got like the instant because I always be getting instant shipping. Yeah, they're going for 146 right now. And then, dang, I should have waited. Like, I think either way, though, I probably still would have got the 9.5 because I'm like, yeah, it's like a $20 difference. And I think that's what it was. I was trying to stay under, because I'm trying, I don't think because I have to sign into GOAT and I don't feel like doing all that. But yeah, other than that, they are going for under retail. I don't know if Nike, if they would still have them. Let me check the Nike website. I guess, like, if you don't really trust like Goat and reselling websites and stuff, you're all like, nah, I want to avoid that. I don't know for sure if they do still have them. Yeah, they ain't even promoting them. Hold on for a second, let me, because they be liking to show a bunch of like showing infant sizes and stuff, and I'm like, fam, if I'm old and I guess, like, yeah, maybe it's, they're thinking, oh, somebody might be wanting to get their kids. I just don't get no, they don't have them because it probably would have been some of the first pair of shoes. Yeah, they're showing all these other different ones, and I'm like, they're not showing these ones. Oh, they have the baby crib, but they cost, so yeah, outside of the sale or the sale, they cost $70 for a baby crib booty, and then they got them on sale right now for 14% off for $59.97. That's insane. I would not spend that much on a pair of shoes that my infant child is only going to be able to wear for like a year, if not that, probably less than a year. Things, it's like, yeah, because the baby's obviously gonna get bigger and stuff. So yeah, unless it's that one baby that's like 16 years old but still a baby and things. Other than that, yeah, bro, it's I'm not good. I wouldn't do that. I'm like, I'll get him these, and I'm like, yeah, as you get older, then you'll be able, I guess, like, you have some small feet or something, that I'm like, stuff them with some socks maybe, I don't know. But anyways, no, yeah, I do like these ones. Comparing them to the other shattered backboards, I would say that this will probably be my go-to, like, wearing it outside, beat 'em up shoes, comparing it to the other ones. I mean, the other ones are pretty durable, like, just with that patent leather, easy to clean. But with these, I imagine as the time goes on, because they kind of got like that broken up like leather on the side and stuff. It kind of looks like whatchamacallit, the lost and found Air Jordan ones where it has like that broken up like leather and stuff. So I imagine as the time goes on, it's probably like, yeah, wearing them a lot more, the leather is going to like start breaking off and things. And then yeah, it's like I feel like with those other ones, they a little bit more durable. But anyways, but I do like these though. I was like obviously went out and bought them. If I had to rate these, probably would give them, I mean, I feel like a 10 out of 10 would be pushing it. I'd give them a 9 out of 10. I'm like, 10 out of 10 is perfect. I think I probably should have went up half, I should have went true to size or half a size up, and then I probably would have given them a perfect rating. But yeah, it's like getting these, it's just kind of, they brush up against the toe and it's slightly annoying. So, but that's just on my own fault and stuff. That's why I'm giving these a 9 out of 10, because it's a good shoe. But yeah, you get the wrong size. It's kind of gets annoying at times. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because I was like, yeah, I got to looking at the box and things. And I was like, nah, the box is cool. It's just my own fault of getting these shoes at a smaller size and stuff. But anyways, with that being said, stay tuned for the next sneaker review video. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, and peace.